Hey everyone, welcome back. This video is part 3 of our data visualization series. So if you're working on your research manuscript right now, this video is for you. Here I'll be talking more about the different types of charts commonly used to present information and when to select which type of chart. If you haven't checked out videos 1 and 2 of our series, definitely take a look. Video 1 goes into the basics of figures and tables, and video 2 talks about how to really make your visuals stand out. Okay, so just really quick, if you're not familiar with our YouTube channel provides a lot of information and resources to help researchers learn more and solve problems within life sciences. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep seeing more helpful content like this, and if you like this video, definitely hit that like button. It also helps us out too. So to recap, in part 2, we also talked briefly about why we present data visually, so I just want to go back over that really quick, especially if you're starting with this video. In general, most of us are very visual, and visually represented information helps us better understand what your manuscript is trying to convey. So some reasons visual information really helps a reader out are it allows readers to make quick comparisons, it allows readers to quickly see relationships, it allows them to easily see trends and groupings, it helps them understand data within its context. It also allows meaningful information to quickly stand out. It can visually illustrate a methodology. An illustration can help a reader sort of translate complex blocks of text, and it increases the reader's overall comprehension. Since the goal of visualizing data is to really help the reader make conclusions about the information you're presenting or to help them understand your material and approach, if you're using a chart, it's critical to present the information on the right type of chart. Choosing that may feel pretty intuitive, but sometimes it may be a little confusing on just how you want to organize your information visually. Commonly used charts include bar charts, histograms, line charts, scatter plots, dot plots, and tables. When thinking about which chart type to use, you'll want to use a bar chart when comparing even small differences. Bar charts are often used to make comparisons between categories and illustrate discrete quantitative data. Just to clarify, discrete data will have finite numbers, things you can clearly count. Examples include the number of samples used or the number of colonies on a plate, so things you can count. For example, if you were counting the different types of trees in a nursery to show which type was most abundant, a bar chart can visually show the differences here. As you do create your chart, whenever possible, always sort the information from greatest to least for easy comparison. The histogram is the next chart type to talk about, and it's really similar to the bar chart in that it presents data in column form. But a big difference is that histograms present continuous quantitative variables. Continuous quantitative data means that there are infinite intervals between points, so measured values which are not exact would be an example. Going back to that tree nursery, say you are observing different types of trees in the nursery, and the count of bur oak trees and the count of tulip trees, those would be examples of your discrete quantitative data. But the height of the trees, on the other hand, that would be your continuous quantitative data. Reasons you'd want to choose a histogram are for when you're wanting to present numerical data, when you're visualizing the distribution of something, or when comparing the results with their limitations. Line charts are typically used to display changes or trends occurring over a certain period of time. So usually time is going to be represented along the x-axis while your measured values will be along the y-axis. Scatter plots show differences between two qualitative variables. Usually you'll want to choose a scatter plot to compare two different measurements. This type of chart helps readers find patterns within the information presented. It also helps the reader understand any outliers, clusters, or gaps. A dot plot shows the frequency counts, especially for smaller data sets. They can also indicate distributions. points on a dot plot will align with a given category, and the height or length of that alignment presents the frequency of occurrence. You might want to choose a dot plot when organizing continuous quantitative data corresponding to a smaller data set based on a single characteristic. Tables can really offer a lot to your paper. One thing that makes them so helpful is that they're great for presenting lookup values. You'll want to use a table when presenting several values for lookup or for reference. You can also use a table when comparing related values or characteristics. Or you can use a table to show certain values which are either present or absent. Another great use for a table is to help illustrate an experimental setup. So for example, your table could display which particular sample types were grown in which type of media. Or you could use a table to show specific sequences used for each sample. Okay, so I really hope that this helps you plan how you want to present your information and which type of chart you'll want to be using. You might also really want to check out our writing handbook if you're working on your research manuscript right now. Not only does it provide tips on data visualization, but it just has a lot of writing tips, and it goes into how to write each section of your manuscript. A link to the handbook is in the description below. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to check out goldbio.com for high quality reagents and just awesome resources for your research. Thank you all so much for watching.